You can still make a low offer and make your offer very competitive in other ways. And that's what we wanted to talk about today.
Homebuyers want a deal right now, and people think the price is all that matters. But the devil is in the details, and we're going to go over, other than price, what you can do to have a strong offer and get your low offer accepted. There's this illusion, Tara, as we're both realtors, we know that people send a low price point, and flippers are always getting these homes, right? Because of not just the fact that they're offering cash, but also these little details that matter that home buyers, and especially first-time home buyers, just don't do.
That's right. And so there's a lot of ways that we can strategize, and it's not always the best offer, the highest offer. You can still make a low offer and make your offer very competitive in other ways. And that's what we wanted to talk about today.
Exactly. And the first thing we need to talk about is the pain point, right? Because every seller has a pain point and they're all very different. And I think that these flippers are so good at identifying that because whenever, somebody goes to look through a home and they're like a flipper or an investor, they always call me and ask, what's your seller's pain point? Do they want to close early? Like, what's their deal?
Yeah. So I see that too. And it is like, is it the quickest closed or is it, leaving items at the property? They just want to hit the easy button and walk away and literally lock the door and throw away the key and be done. So it is nice to know what that seller specific pain point is, because once you can identify that pain point, then you can tailor your offer to what they are really wanting.
Yeah, and really the whole thing with a cash offer that, sellers like is, you're obviously not going to have trouble with financing, but also it's a quick close. So, if somebody wants to be closed in 2 weeks, if you have cash, you can probably make that happen. But I've had sellers before where they want a slow close. They want to be able to live in the property for 2 months. It's all these little things, and your realtor needs to be asking those questions, right? Like I always ask those questions before I submit any kind of offer, not even just a low offer, because I want our offer to look the best that it can to the seller.
Absolutely. And I think it's, aside from price, the question I ask as a realtor is, aside from price, what is the most important to your sellers? If I'm representing a buyer, I want to find out what's important to them. So as you mentioned, sometimes it is a slower close or it's closing so they can get their funds, but then like a rent back for 2 weeks, just so they have time for logistics on moving. So it's not always the best offer isn't always the top or the highest price, which is important to know.